Good morning, everyone. Ty and Ashley here with Beauty and the Beast Fitness Center. Today we're going to be talking about why you should be patient with dieting.
Let me start out by saying we need to say thank you to a couple businesses that have decided to sponsor our videos here lately. As you see behind us, we have our little backdrop there getting all fancy and professional like. Beauty and the Beast Fitness Center, that's us obviously. Juice Monkey Smoothies and Maximum Nutrition, that is us, as well as the two other businesses we have located in the facility here. Good Tasting Smoothies, and then of course the Sport Nutrition Shop, which we have recently expanded. So be sure to come in and check us out. Very competitive pricing, below retail, very affordable. We'll work with you. Just let us know what you're looking for. It looks like, middle of April we're going to be the only nutrition shop in town, so we'll take care of you really well. Stop in and check that out. The other two sponsors are Fisk Chiropractic here in town. Brian Fisk, buddy of mine.
Great guy.
Great guy, good chiropractor. It works a lot with, you can do your general chiropractic stuff, but works a lot with sports specific wellness. So if you work out, you're an athlete, be sure to give him a call. If you're not sure how to contact him, be sure to give us a call. We'll let you know. And then of course Titan Nutrition, one of the best, if not the best sport nutrition supplement company on the market right now. We love them. We carry the majority of our stuff is Titan just because it's quality. I love it. We kind of consider that our house brand. If someone comes to us and says, what do you recommend? We're always gonna steer them towards Titan. Price wise, it's fair priced, and beyond that, the quality of the products are hands down some of the best on the market. If you have questions about Titan, be sure to give us a call or check them out. They got a Facebook page, Instagram page. We'll try to get the links up on the video here. We're still kind of learning how to edit videos, but we'll definitely try to get those links attached, if not on the video, in the comments below. Check out the products, they can be found here. So we just want to give a big shout out, big thank you to those guys. We'll be doing some giveaways as well, with Titan and Fisk and our sport nutrition supplements. So be sure to stay tuned in for the videos. All right, so now to our video at hand here, patient dieting. Why we need to be patient during dieting. First and foremost, the main reason is if you try to diet too fast, we're guaranteed to probably lose substantial amounts of muscle, along with some fat loss. The bottom line is, everybody, and I've talked about this in other videos, people, we want to burn fat. We don't care how much weight we lose. If you're not a wrestler or a competitive MMA fighter, power lifter, we don't care what we weigh. What we care about is how we look. And let's be honest, burning muscle is not going to look as good as burning fat. Let's not kid ourselves. I think if we're all honest with ourselves, that's a fact. Part of the reason we want to be patient is because too rapid of weight loss almost always indicates massive losses in muscle tissue. Okay, our bodies, to put it quite simply, our bodies are designed for survival first and function second. Okay, so when our metabolisms and the way our bodies work were designed, mutated, whatever you want to call it, created, whatever you believe in, they were designed to survive. Okay. They're designed to survive and not function. They weren't out pole vaulting, sprinting 100 meters and playing football. They were designed to go find something to eat, kill it, whatever it is, and eat. And it wasn't easy to do. They had to go long periods of time without food, like I spoke on before. So the body's designed to survive. All right. How does it survive? It survives by hoarding energy to get us from one meal to the next, or one kill to the next, whatever you want to call it. Hunters, gatherers. It does that by storing fat. Fat is stored fuel. Okay, you got to be patient. The body, everything we're doing when we diet, try to lose fat, goes against everything that the body is programmed to do. The body doesn't want to burn fat. I've said it in another video. The body wants you sitting at home watching television, Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, whatever your choice is, munching on food, whether it be good food or bad food. It wants you doing that. It wants you storing energy and expending as little energy as possible. Okay? Then it can be assured that you're going to survive a longer period of time in the event the food's not available to you. Obviously, that's not the case. We got 3 or 4 grocery stores in the town that we live in right now, not to mention how many restaurants, not always, typically the best choices, but there's food readily available. So it just doesn't apply these days. So what do? We start with that slight caloric deficit. Again, I keep going back. If you watched all these videos, I keep going back to calories in, calories out. If you are at a deficit, consuming fewer calories than you burn a day, you will lose weight, okay? Weight. If you want to lose fat, we have to ensure that we're choosing the right foods and not eating too few calories to begin with, all right? I'm pretty sure I've touched on it before in the past, but we want to have a slight caloric deficit, and we want to spread that deficit out through many meals throughout the day. That's what's going to convince the body that we're not living in a world of starvation. We're not living in an area where there's just not an abundance of food, okay? And you're basically going to convince the body that you didn't eat enough and it needs to survive to the next meal. It's going to be more willing to burn fat if A, our deficit is very slight, and B, we're eating frequently, okay? Because both those things go against starvation, all right? Starvation means long periods without food and large deficits. In other words, burning more calories, a lot more calories in comparison to the amount of calories we can consume a day. So those two things go against that. The body starts getting confident and almost picks up on the routine of smaller, more frequent meals every 2.5 to 3 hours. Only slight deficits, 100 calories or so from one meal to the next. And the body's going to get a lot more confident burning fat. Okay? That's why we need to be patient. If the deficit is too large and we don't eat frequently enough once we begin to eat, the body basically says, shit, there's not enough food. We need to be prepared for the fact that there's just not going to be any food, for great periods of time. And it's not going to burn fat. It's going to burn glucose, which is basically stored in the muscle. So essentially we're going to break down muscle, catabolize muscle, to use it as energy. Now let me state that very rarely is there a case where you burn just fat or just glucose, okay? Almost always you're going to burn a combination of both. There's a thing called the Krebs cycle. I'm not going to go into that. We can do that in another video. But the bottom line is you're going to burn both. But what we're trying to do is have this ratio of fat burn and glucose burn, right? We don't, once it starts doing this, we're starting to catabolize and lose too much muscle. Hang on. Union Beast Fitness Center. All right, sorry about that. We're back. Okay, we'll get that edited and get it cleaned up for you. So what I was starting to discuss is the fact that the body uses a combination of fuel sources, glucose and fats, of course. And when we're dieting and trying to lose weight, it's fat we're trying to burn. So what we want to do is the greater this ratio, the better it is for us. Okay. So when it starts getting around here, glucose, fat, that's not usually ideal. So the bigger the hurry we get in, typically means the bigger the deficit of calories that we're consuming, okay? And the greater period of time we're going without food. And that's almost always going to cause the body to shift into burning some glucose. Now again, glucose is stored in the muscle, okay? So there's two ways the body can burn glucose. Glucose that we've consumed, which if we're not eating enough calories and we're going too far in between meals, there's no glucose in the bloodstream to be burned. So the body's got to go find it. It's going to go catabolize, go into the muscle, catabolize the muscle, pull the glucose or the amino acids out and make its own glucose. All right. So essentially, the weight we lose when we do that is muscle. Okay. And have you ever seen a skinny person that didn't have any muscle? How attractive is that? Right. So that's not what anybody's after. So we have to be patient. Okay. You get in a big hurry, you're not going to wind up looking the way you want to look in the end anyway, all right? So, pretty simple put. This nice short video might be the first one other than we got interrupted there. Bottom line is be patient in your fat loss goals. People should be shooting for about a 500 calorie deficit per day give or take. Once you find your deficit, that can be the hard part too. It's when a professional like myself or somebody else that's in a nutritionist that who understands this stuff can help you out, help you establish your calorie intake and make some adjustments to get the fat loss going. And then typically it's just, the higher end of that's going to be about a 500 calorie deficit per day. Divide that by 5 meals, it's 100 calories per meal. It's not very much, okay? But it's enough to kind of stimulate fat loss. And then of course, exercise. This is the mistake people make. They want to lose fat quickly, but they don't want to exercise, which is fucking stupid.
They
okay?
can starve themselves.
Yeah, it's stupid. They're just, no, I don't want to eat. Well, what is burning fat and burning energy is what? It's energy for activity. So you people out there that don't want to exercise and think you can go starve yourself and do these exercise-free diets, those people are screwing you, man. Okay? They're starving you, you're losing a bunch of weight. Are they checking your body fat or are they checking your weight? Ask yourself that. And if they're checking your weight, ask yourself why they're checking your weight and not checking your body fat levels. Maybe it's because you're not losing as much body fat as you are muscle. Or maybe you're losing equal parts, which is totally against what anybody should be trying to do. All right? If you want to speed up fat loss, you need to figure your calories and figure in your exercise activity, and then do your roughly 500 calorie deficit, and then go exercise. The body burns energy for exercise, and when you lift with weights, it's very intense. It causes a stress in the body. That stress needs to be recovered from. That recovery process takes 24, 36, 48 hours depending on the individual, and it's going to require energy, and it's a slow needed energy, and like I spoke about in other videos, fat provides energy for slow energy needs. So you're going to actually directly burn fat through recovery. So starving yourself and eating low calories and then not exercising, honestly guys, I just about said in my opinion, but it's not my opinion, it's a fact, okay? It's ridiculous. If you really want to lose weight, be active, period. All right? Your BMR is how many calories you need if you're in a freaking coma. When you can sit around and watch TV and your calorie burn is pulling the potato chip out of the bag and putting it in your mouth. Huh? 0.002 calories, 0.0. Each calorie you're putting in more than you're burning. Okay? Eat healthy, eat a small deficit, be active. Okay? You ain't got to be a power lifter or a bodybuilder, but increase your activity level above what you're doing now and eat a small deficit. 80% of your foods should come from quality foods. 20% of the time, enjoy yourself a little bit. We're humans. By enjoy yourself, I mean go have a burger and fry out with the family, but I mean a burger and fry, not a triple bacon burger with extra cheese and a large fry and a fucking beer or whatever, okay? Be smart, and make good decisions. Patience. The best example, and I'll leave you with this, the best example of long-term success is this. Think of a ladder, okay? There's a bottom and there's a top, or a beginning and an end, right? The end result is the same. Whether you skip rungs, steps, or to go one rung at a time, the end is the end. The way the body works is, like I said before, it's an adaptation to stress or something we're doing. Your body's going to adapt to the reduced calories and the exercise level, right? Each time the body adapts is another step forward where you're going, all right? It doesn't matter how big the step you take. This little step is the same as this big step. It's the number of steps that you take that are going to get you greater weight loss than the size of the step. Does that make sense? If you can make your body adapt 50 times, you're going to get more than if you make the body adapt 10 times. I know it's a little confusing. I'll try to get into it a little more in another video. But the size of the step doesn't matter. It's each adaptation that matters. The total number of adaptations. So we can make a little change, body adapts. Makes a little change, body adapts. So we keep that going, we're going to get greater results over a longer period of time. If we make a big change, the body's going to adapt. That adaptation is still just one adaptation. It's not a bigger adaptation. And then what happens is you run out of things that you can change. You just run the whole list, and now you're stuck, and you've got half the results of the guy over there that took a little bit longer and was a little bit more patient. Okay, so think end result, not short-term result. Okay, be patient, everybody. Exercise, eat properly. Find someone if you don't understand what I'm talking. I know this gets kind of confusing. I'm trying to put it in layman's terms and everybody can understand. But at the end of the day, patience is what's going to get you overall better results. Okay, you may get bigger weight loss faster than the person who's taking it slowly. But I can guarantee you, at the end of the process, the person who took their time and did it right is going to lose more fat and most likely look better than you do. So that's what we want to do. Be patient, make the right decisions. Look us up here at Beauty and the Beast Fitness Center if you have any other questions. Stay tuned. More information coming out for weight loss, muscle building, nutrition, you name it. We're going to do our best to help you guys out. Thanks.
See you guys.